Hamstrings, hamstrings, hamstrings. We are trying to build them. We are not trying to tear them. And I want that to be the voice that you hear in your head for this entire workout. I'm gonna be saying it, and the other coaches are gonna be saying it, but protect your hamstrings. We want to run fast today during the sprints, but if you are doing sprints for the first time in years and years and years, it is a very dangerous evolution, okay? So warm up to it, build up slowly to it. At no point is this unrestricted, just like as fast as you can go. We can often do that on the bike because the bike has enough resistance. It does not allow your muscles to contract that fast. But the sprints, pure sprints on the ground, which is a very natural human movement to do, a very necessary human movement to do, if you have not done it in a while, they can bite you, right? So with that said, that's my caveat for this whole workout. I want you to work hard, not for time. In terms of total time, I want you to rest, I want you to recover, put the most quality as you can into each of the different pieces of this workout. Start off with a 600-meter jog, then I want you to come back inside. We're gonna do some 30-foot lengths, so across the rig, right, instead of forward to reverse, because we'll just take the volume down a little bit. In one direction, bunny hops, so that's just working on the resilience of the tissue, springiness in the calf, ankle, and Achilles. And then on the way back, broad jumps, so jump and land, all right? Then fast feet, high knees, and then follow that with butt kicks. Both of those are just quick little light movements to get your legs cycling quickly, get the hip flexor pulling that leg up in front of you as fast as it can. Left, right knee pull, right? So all the way down, knee pull, on the way back, quad pull. All right, and then we're gonna get into some running drills and some sprinting drills. So speed bound, and then we're gonna do that one twice. So speed bound, just think of it as like jumping over a series of hurdles that are progressively further across. So I wanna just try to get across the room in like 5 paces, and then we'll do the same thing coming the other direction. Speed bounding can feel a lot like skipping if you're not pushing hard enough to float in the air, right? The trailing leg can hit first and then it'll end up looking like a skip. So if that's the case, just don't take as long of a stride. So if I speed bound and I go, that's not really the speed bound, right? So if I need to do that, I just think about like not taking as long of a stride. But the goal of that is an intentional exaggeration of the length of the stride that hopefully when you get back to regular running, it will allow you to lengthen your natural stride a little bit through increased ground contact force, okay? One of the things for sprinting is we should never be in the moment sprinting, trying to run longer, trying to elongate our stride. The elongation of the stride should stem from increased ground contact force and a faster cycling of the hip flexor on the non-driving leg, okay? That's what creates a longer stride. So longer strides usually are faster, but when you start to turn it into a gallop and I'm reaching out and straightening my leg, that slows you down, okay? So don't try to run long, just do it by creating more force with the ground, right? Let's see, single leg hops, right? So I'll go all the way across on the left leg, so bound, 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 and then all the way across, all the way back. On the right leg, just jump, jump, jump. Then we'll do our bounding tuck jumps, and you can feel free to build up to this. No more than about 8, but this is like jumping and rebounding over a series of imaginary high hurdles, right? So I'm gonna start like springing, and then just start pulling my knees up and trying to float and bounce higher and higher as I go across the room. Toy soldiers is just arms out and walking toe touch. Again, another little hamstring stretch that we can do there. Hamstring curls is the last one, or you could do this with a partner. If I do it with a partner, like I would stand here, I would curl one leg, partner would just push down on my heel for 1 or 2 seconds and then release. For the solo version, I'm just standing here curling my hamstring to my butt, like so, for 5 reps on each side. So we'll get a couple rounds through that, then we'll head outside. You can take your kettlebell with you to go outside. The sleds will all be out there. When we do our sleds today, it is a reverse sled drag only, right? So I've got the straps around the sled and I am walking backward. And the goal on the walking backward is that my toe gets behind my knee and then I pull backward, right? So I'm like dragging myself backward with my quad and the anterior muscles on my shin, okay? That is the reverse sled drag. Russian kettlebell swings is only to eyeball height, and when you finish those, we just pull it right to your shoulder and hit that push press and then sit down and rest to recovery. The sprints go down in distance, so 100 and then 80 and then 60 and then 40. So if you can, we're trying to go faster as we go through. And just recognize that it's usually somewhere in the middle, right after you get to about whatever your top speed is. That's when the danger starts to set in for a hamstring pull. So if you can, think about just like, I'm running faster than I would normally run if Matt said it's a 400 meter run in the workout, but it is not a true top speed sprint, okay? Unless you are a track athlete and you know exactly how to do this and you're regular at it. I don't sprint 100% full speed, okay? So just keep that in mind as we go through it. 4 rounds through that with as much rest as you want in between each set so that you can put a really good fresh effort on the next sprint, okay? All right, that's it for this Wednesday. I'll see you guys on Thursday.